Final Fantasy IV. Originally released in 1991. Has been re-released numerous times over the last 30 years, and is still available today through Steam in two forms. The Pixel Remaster for $17.99, and in the form of a 3D remake for $16.99. However, today we will be using footage from the PSP version, because everything I'm about to say applies equally to every version of this game, and I happen to prefer the PSP version. Final Fantasy IV was the first 16-bit Final Fantasy, and not only was it far graphically superior to earlier entries, it also went far more in depth with story and character. In fact, every character in this game actually has a defined personality, which may not sound like much today, but for an RPG from 1991, this was a new thing. Our main protagonist is a soldier named Cecil. He is beginning to have second thoughts about the kind of orders he has been taking. This will eventually lead to him fighting against his homeland, and even taking up an entirely new lifestyle. Throughout his journey, he is joined by various party members, some of which are incredibly useful, some of which are incredibly useless, and you have no say in what party members are with you. The party with you is determined by what's happening in the story. So at times you will be using party members that are less than ideal for your playstyle. But generally speaking, you will always have a well-balanced party for the challenge at hand. And this is a fairly long game, with a lot of challenges and a lot of different locations, as you will find yourself going all over the globe, then going inside the globe to a vast underground, and even off the globe towards the end. In combat, this was the first Final Fantasy to use the active time battle system, meaning you wait for a bar to fill before a character may take action, and then wait for the bar to fill again in order for the action to happen, with actions such as basic attacks being incredibly quick, and things like powerful spells taking a long time to happen. So at times you'll need to weigh the options. Is it more effective to take 3 fast actions, or to have that character spend a lot of time on one big attack? In addition, many boss fights have kind of gimmicks to them. For example, early on you encounter this dragon here. It will at times disappear, leaving only mist. If you attack that mist, you will be subject to a rather harsh counterattack. And you won't do any damage because you're not hitting the dragon, you're just hitting mist. Without knowing what the gimmicks are, it is highly likely that you will end up dying your first time against mini-bosses. This is generally not too harsh though, as there is oftentimes a save point before a boss fight, or at least fairly close to it. The game progresses in a fairly linear fashion. There's not much in the way of puzzles or deduction to be done. However, if you're willing to look around for it, there is a lot of side content to do. But for the most part, you aren't told about any of this side content, you simply must stumble across it in your wanderings. But is Final Fantasy IV still worth playing today? Well, this was a very influential game, and many modern JRPGs are still taking inspiration from this game. And its sheer volume of re-releases speaks to the quality of it. The 2 readily available versions on Steam are both under $20, so if you have any interest or curiosity about JRPGs, this is an easy pickup to make. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.